Hey there, everybody. Jersey Rick here, Fire Officer Leadership Academy. This month I've been talking about some foolish things that I've seen and one that I've done. I thought, hey, let's keep going. So I'm going to tell you something else that I seen that was foolish. When I did get into firefighting in the Air Force, it was at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base down in Goldsboro, North Carolina. And one day we got sent out for an F-4 Phantom that had landed, had hot brakes, and the tower tells us this bird is sitting out on the west end hammerhead, an area where they could come off the runway and taxi to. So we respond down there. I'm in the big crash truck. We got a smaller quick response vehicle with us, and the assistant chief and his driver. So we get down to the west end hammerhead, and the assistant chief, who there they were our shift commanders, he gets out of his vehicle. Now, mind you, the engines are running on this airplane and they're sucking in air. And one of the things that you're always cognizant about around jet engines is called FOD, F-O-D, foreign object damage. So the chief gets out of his pickup truck and he's walking towards the bird, and we're saying, what's going on here? Because he's got his uniform hat on. And it's like, this is not going to end well. We knew it wasn't going to end well. He got a little bit closer, and whoop, his uniform hat got sucked into the left intake of the aircraft. And the pilot up, he was beat. You could see him pounding his fists on the side of the cockpit like that. Now, that's a lot of money, folks. And not just because that guy's hat got ground up in the engine, but because now that thing is shut down. We went out there for hot brakes. We responded on hot brakes all the time on these fighter jets. And so we went out there for that. And now the engine's damaged. So the engine shop is going to have to pull that engine out, and the time is going to go into that. And not to mention, that aircraft is out of service until the engine is put back in and it's run through the proper test. That was a foolish act. That guy had been around the military a long time. He had spent 20 years on active duty as a firefighter, and then he was coming up on another 20 years as a civilian firefighter. A lot of time around aircraft. He should have known better. That was a foolish act. Talk to you later. Bye.